What's the word? It's Mack Scott. I'm here live at the 1045 Green Room.
Mercy me, I feel amazing in these cool leather seats. Tahiti tree roll down and roll in the leaf. The way I treat a beat, from pockets to the topics in my reach is really too unique. Head rock like power on the screen. Hezzy tween, that's a mean pattern.
Everybody should fuck with me because the care you put into me, I give tenfold back. I really live, breathe, do everything I can to make the best possible music and exhibit the most possible care I can into delivering the best product that I can. I'm a hustler at heart. One album with no skips. It was written by Nas. I'm old enough to remember the history of the Nas Jim Jones conflict. You feel me? I was there when Jimmy was running around Harlem talking about Koofy smacking niggas when Ballin was out. You feel me? Like I was there. I remember. You feel me? But also, I fuck with Capo. Capo has told everybody years ago that he just be gaming the algorithm, and for some odd reason, when he's gaming the algorithm, people still take it seriously. So, like, part of me, like, I know that he don't really mean what he's saying, but he's doing what he's supposed to do to keep himself relevant. I don't necessarily get down with gaming the algorithm in that way personally, but because I understand it, I'm able to pretty much not pay attention to it. Gas it till you can't. I think just in general with our sport and our art in specific, so many of our pioneers, people who had a chance to become legends, have either already passed on in a tragic way, or just gave the fuck up. So if you still got that passion and that driving you to really like gas it, gas it till you can't gas that shit no more. Like I get it, I understand it, I appreciate it. I think people honestly need to be more appreciative of the fact that we have legends that still have gas in the tank that really just want to try. I think we and black music specifically, I don't really see it happening too often in other genres, but I only speak to what I know. We're harder on our legends. We expect them to be in their primes forever. Don't give them a chance to evolve, to elevate, to try new things. I think we could do a better job with that in general because I'm just appreciative that somebody still give a fuck for real. I think it depends on what works for the person. I don't look for everything from everybody. You feel me? Like if I'm looking for certain things, I know exactly what I'm going to click play on. If I'm looking for a different feeling, a different energy, a different message, I know exactly what I'm going to click play on. I think for me, as long as people are staying true to their creativity and to their formula where they're comfortable at, I'm cool with that. Like I get it, I understand it. I am glad that I'm able to receive some deeper introspective type things from some artists, like you said, Jay Nas with the 444s, the Life is Good, those kind of things. Those are very important albums to me, so I'm glad we got them. But I don't need that from everybody. I really don't. To be honest, I really don't give a fuck what niggas got to say like that. So it'd be cool to hear people I value talk about deeper things. Um, it honestly inspired me to go against the grain a lot. I was one of those kids hanging out at FedEx Shop Gentile wearing SBs, skinny jeans before it was cool to wear skinny jeans, Vans, DCs, streetwear. I'm just really heavy into streetwear in general. Like I said, I'm preemed out now, and I've been wearing preem since 2010 type shit. So like, it really inspired me to go against the grain. Not saying I don't appreciate some things that I picked up from Baltimore fashion along the way. I was a heavy same old kid, like for sure. Shit, when Visions opened the security mall, we was in there because they had the 2 for 25s and they was cool. You know what I'm saying? I was big on polo, all those kinds of things too. But one thing that I always appreciated in our city, it was a lot of ways to get fly. It wasn't just one way. You could really do a whole bunch of things and really get fly. Jordan threes, black cement. I'm actually wearing them shits right now, believe it or not. But yeah, for sure. It's a time that's not really. I don't think it's appreciated enough, but also it was just transformative. A lot of amazing connections, art, friendships that have lasted beyond, spurred from a random Saturday afternoon on Louisiana Street. You feel me? Spent a lot of time there shopping. Shout out to Garth. Rest him. You know what I'm saying? That was a good dude. Took care of us a lot. Looked out for the kids on the prices and whatnot. Like I said, I was exposed to meeting rappers and blog era superstars in PEDX that, you know what I'm saying, things that I don't take for granted. But again, in general, just to get back to the point for real, for real. That was a very genuine and natural time. Rest in peace to OG Dutch Master, my dog Dutchy. He was a big part of that, and just keeping the nucleus together. Of it was street niggas, it was artsy niggas, it was school kids, it was cool kids, but everybody was able to kind of come together like glue and find where they fit in that space. The new Baltimore shows and all those things that existed in that area, and what graduated from those, like, you know what I'm saying, when y'all came through and did the backpack jams and those kind of things, all really birthed from that era and our participation in that. So I wouldn't trade none of that for the world, for real. Those are my guys. Top five block era projects without thinking too hard. Give me Cushion Orange Juice. Obviously, that's a high. Give me Trap or Die 2, Young Jeezy. Give me G Unit Return of the Body Snatchers, which I really think started the blog era. This is 50.com started the blog era. Let's be clear on that. I'm at 3. Give me Pilot Talk by Currency. That's an album, not a mixtape, but I'll put that in there always. And it's tough because a lot of the golden era of trap rap is technically the blog era too. So I try not to hone too heavy on that. But in the traditional sense, what really people think about blogs, I probably go Wale More About Nothing at 5. No order, but that's the first 5 that come to mind without thinking too hard. Really, to me, I'm a student of life in general. So the game is just a part of that. Like, it's a part of me. It's a part of my fabric. It raised me. So I try to put as much effort into learning it as I possibly can and passing that on to people. I think really, it's going to sound cliche, this corny as shit, but knowledge is power, low key. Like, when you're able to ingrain yourself in the art that way, you're able to come up with a lot of different ideas, draw from a lot of sources of inspiration. You're able to do a lot more with it if you just know more. And I think that applies to anything in life for real. Like, you do better, dumbass nigga. So, like, do it. Mentorship from any rapper, dead or alive. I'll take Nip. Um, Nip talked about some shit that I really believed in from a very young age. I attached to Nip when I was like 15 or 16 when Bullets Ain't Got No Name and shit was out. He was talking, you know what I'm saying, that real shit. But he spoke to some things and had some values that he put into his art and that he spoke out loud and followed with his actions and what he put his bread behind. And I really believed in. So if I was able to receive mentorship in that way, I would for sure want to learn from Nip. The advancement and the improvement of the black life in America. That's really my focus. That's what I care about. I care about my people. I care about the advancement of my people. I care about the elevation of my people. I care about the generational wealth of my people. I care about the health and well-being of my people. I care about the community standing of my people. That's what I care about. I don't want to say I don't give a fuck about nothing else, but that's where my soul lies for sure. Be true to who you are. Like, everybody not cut to be a leader. Everybody's not cut to be a tastemaker. Everybody's not cut to be a life changer. Everybody's not cut to be a community activist. Find where you fit in and maximize where you get in. Because really, if you're forcing yourself into a space that you don't belong in, you're just taking up space for a nigga that's supposed to be there for real, and using it for whatever advantage that you want to use. But like I said, get in where you fit in. It's not everybody's responsibility, but for the people who accept the charge, then you gotta lead the charge. But if you ain't accepted the charge, whatever. An obvious answer to Matt for sure. Shit, that movie and the way I'm able to relate to the characters, it speaks to me in a lot of ways. And that original soundtrack in general is something I listen to all the time for real. So if I was able to, you know what I'm saying, assist my dog Willie Hutch in those ways with making that soundtrack a thing, I would for sure have some scores for that movie for sure. Not currently. Um, at some point, I may have at one point or another, but right now I'm just focused on being the best Mac that Mac can be. I'm really trying to push my own creativity, my own skill set, my own envelope as far as I can push that. And whatever comes with that, if it's able to open some doors, I would do that. But I will tell you, and it's realistic, and I ain't gonna, I'm gonna put some game in. Some might be a name that people don't really know like that. But if I could buy one verse today, I'm getting a verse from Ad Lava. I'm getting a verse from Ad Lava. That's somebody that I would love to rap with. I really like outside of rap, like I really understand and know music. I grew up playing instruments. I played trumpet, tuba, and percussion. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Right. Like I went to art school. You know what I'm saying? So in middle school, I definitely went to art school, and it was in the band. I was in the eighth grade band in the sixth grade, and it just carried me all the way through. So yeah, like I actually really like accept the title of musician, and I understand it, and I'm able to speak the language in a way that a lot of people probably wouldn't think. Short answer, hate it. So, and I'm gonna go on a bit of a tangent about this one because I argue about this with the homies all the time. I have homies that are really doing phenomenal things in the tech space, so we have them conversations, and they would be like, "Bro, you gonna end up behind if you don't." And I just be like, "Look, listen. At its foundation, art is a human expression, and where I understand AI and its ability to improve, enhance, simplify those kinds of things. If you're using it in that way, improve, enhance, simplify, I understand it. But the shit with Timbaland and the AI artists and the AI samples that niggas is cooking nowadays and all of those other things that are literally forms of AI creation, I don't think it has space in our music. You can use that shit with the pop stars or whatever, but keep that shit out of hip hop, rap, soul, and R&B, please. Gatekeeping, as I've gotten older, I really understand that gatekeeping is the most important thing that we probably could have ever done. And I think niggas should have listened to Malcolm X a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? We've allowed so many people into our spaces. Niggas came up with that corny. They're invited to the cookout shit, and I hate it. We've invited way too many people into our spaces that have been a supreme detriment to our advancement in the spaces. Like I said, even in the last couple of years post COVID, so many talented, super important, super influential Black creatives, not even speaking of artists, but A&Rs, producers, music execs have lost jobs due to labels coming together in that way and merging, falling victim to the machine in that way. So I think we could have done a lot better job of gatekeeping and keeping ourselves at the front of the line versus trying to get in where we fit in into a lane that somebody else was able to come into our shit and carve out. I'm cooking. I'm cooking. That's it. I'm always cooking. Look for something coming from me very, 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 very soon.